for somebody get me. So I'm gonna say, hey Chad, I got this quick 5-minute video. I want you to watch. I've already piqued your interest. You said you're open. So what I want to do, I want to send you over a quick 5-minute video. Have you check that out? That's going to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. And then if you like what you see from there, I'm gonna get back on the phone with you, find out if you want more information, and you let me know if you want more information or not. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Cool, cool. So I'm gonna send that over to you. How soon can you watch that if I sent that over to you right now?
I can watch it as soon as you send it.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna call you back in about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So ring, ring.
Hello?
Cool. Hey, Chad, Andre, following back up with you. You get a chance to watch that video, bro, yet?
Yes.
Cool, cool. Would you like more information? Well, let me ask you this. Pretty good information thus far, what you saw?
Yeah, it was pretty good, but it seems like one of those pyramid things. And
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot about those, and I just don't want to get involved in nothing like that.
Okay. Based upon what you just saw, I just sent you a quick 5-minute video. How did you determine it was a pyramid? I mean, I think he talked about W-4, and he talked about building wealth and being in business. What did he say that made you think this is a pyramid?
Just these type of things, people has always told me to pay attention and just not mess with those type of things. When people come talking like that, it's just they've always told me that those was pyramids.
Right, but in the video, he mentioned W-4. You work a job?
Yes.
Okay, so you do have a W-4.
Yes.
Okay, so when he said your W-4, would you think that he was talking about a pyramid there?
No.
Okay. He also talked about going into business. Is that what might have prompted you to say, is this a pyramid?
Yeah, that was set off the alarm right there.
Okay, okay. So you think most businesses, so you've been an employee pretty much all your life, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, and you think anytime somebody talking about a business, they're pretty much talking about a pyramid.
Well, it's just those type of businesses. This is a membership-based business, right?
Well, he didn't. Did he? I don't think he mentioned anything about a membership. No.
He didn't, but I mean, that's just the way it seems like that this would be a membership-based business, and they tell me that you can't really, only one person makes the money off of that. You don't make no money, you don't get nobody to come and join your team and all of that.
Okay, all right. So I've taken you that one, so I'm gonna take you back this way. Well, tell me, what is a pyramid? Basically, what you just said.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. If you was at the top making the money, would you be mad?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, first and foremost, as Ms. Sheila said, a pyramid is illegal, first and foremost. And I would never bring you anything that's illegal. Even if we didn't know each other, you were just a lead, I would say pyramid is illegal. And I wouldn't bring you no mess or something that's illegal, because I don't roll that way. Second thing is, basically, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the table. What you're probably asking me, is this like MLM or is this network marketing? Is that really what you're saying?
I don't even know the difference between the two.
Okay. So I won't even open up that can then. If that was his response, I would say, well, first and foremost, a pyramid is illegal. Our business is set up, Chad. Since you put it on the table, I'll go ahead and talk to you about it. I don't have anything to hide. Our business, we teach a wealth building strategy called income shifting. Have you ever heard of that before?
Never heard of it.
Okay. Income shifting pretty much is a strategy that talks about what's called cash, asset, cash. So without me trying to give you all the information right now, we show you how to build wealth. A component of our business is network marketing. If you're not familiar with network marketing, are you familiar with real estate?
Somewhat.
Okay, with a real estate agency.
Okay, yeah.
And how that works. Are you familiar with how a real estate agency works?
Yes.
Okay, so the real estate agency has a broker, and then the broker has agents in that office. Okay, and the broker's job is to train those agents to go out there and sell homes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So anytime an agent sells a home and the broker train that agent on how to sell the home, because the broker runs that whole agency, the broker gets a percentage of every agent that sells a home. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Now, my question to you is, would you rather be the broker or would you rather be the agent?
The broker.
Okay. And if you were the broker, how many agents would you have? A few or a lot?
As many as I could find.
Okay. Is that a pyramid? Is that illegal? Is that legal business?
That sounds legal to me. Well, it's got to be legal because they doing it.
They're doing it big time, right?
Yes.
So what we do, Chad, our business is set up the exact same way. The only difference is that we teach financial education and we have the ability to build a team. A lot of times people either see these businesses and they say stuff like that is because they've tried it and it didn't work out for them and they had a bad experience, and I totally understand that. But that's been their experience. But if we normally, those people haven't either been trained, okay, or they didn't do what they needed to do. All right. So if we can coach you and train you and show you a business that makes sense, I don't even know if this is for you or not. I'm just trying to get some information over to you, and it's okay to tell me no. But if we can coach you and train you and show you how to build a business where you can be the broker and have a bunch of agents, would you like more information or no?
Yes, I definitely would.
Okay, great. So let's move forward. I'll send that video over to you. It's 40 minutes long, and then I'll schedule a time that we can follow back up. And if you don't like what you see, that's fine. Just tell me that. Be straight up with me. If you do like what you see, then we'll move forward and talk about becoming business partners.
Sounds good.
Cool. So
okay,
I just do many variations of that. You just really want to listen to it over and over, get comfortable with it, and write that out. But bottom line, people come with that pyramid stuff right off the bat is because they most of the time they tried the network marketing business and it didn't work for them. All right. Was that you, Chad?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave them out. They tried it and it didn't work for them, and they just weren't. it didn't work out for them. So they immediately going to jump with that, or they have no clue. Like you said, they have no clue what they're talking about. And I try to break it down to them. Now, again, they still might not be receptive to it because their mind might be so closed, but you can't take it personal.
So should I go back around and try to break it down to them, or just let it go?
I would try back after a little while. I'll give it a little bit. If you just talked to them last week or whatever, I would try back after give it maybe about a month or so. I would personally. Yeah.
Okay.
Because what I don't want, what you don't want to look like is that you're begging. Yeah, he trying to get me in this thing. He trying to he think he because that's the mentality that people will grab. He trying to get me in his deal.
Right.
I'm just trying to get some information over to you. And another thing too, like I told Ms. Burnett the other day, just let them know the successes that you're having. When you have success, or when somebody joins, or you help somebody out and they increase their cash flow, you just send them a message, say, hey man, I just want to let you know, I just helped one of my new teammates just got started. They just increased their cash flow by $500. Just want to keep you posted. When you're ready, holler at me. I just had another person sign up. They just increased their cash flow. I just got another paycheck. I don't care if it's $5.
Right.
Okay. I'm telling you, man. You be like, I'm telling you, you need to get on. You need to stop playing. Well, what's it all about? I ain't joining no pyramid. Then you can go back in there and say, man, get on the phone with me so I can explain this to you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but you got to practice it, and that's what this is about. We got to practice, drill, and rehearse so that this is second nature to us, and it's just comfortable. Unfortunately, these are the things that people want to say. Fortunately, it's not a lot. It's just it's going to be the same things over and over again. And it's like I always say, it's like Venus and Serena, in a tennis match. Those who have the best responses are going to win.
Right.
So if that keeps coming up. Here's another thing. Once you overcome, this is for everybody, once you overcome the objection that you're getting the most, once you confidently can overcome it, you won't get it anymore. because your confidence will exude before they even get it out of their mouth. You see what I'm saying? But if you're worried that hope they don't ask me, is this a pyramid? It's one of them MLM things, you know, because you don't have the answers. Somehow you're creating that. Not saying you, Chad, but I'm saying most people, they're creating. Like I used to be worried about people saying I don't have the money. Okay, I don't have the money. You know, I'm like, damn. So I worked on it. How do I overcome people not having the money? You know, and I say, hey, how soon can you get it? You know, you don't have this amount of money. You know, when can you get it? We set up the time frame, or it just depends on. They say, you know, I ain't gonna have it for another 6 months. Are you serious? You're not gonna have $20 for 6 months? Okay, this might not be for you then, right? If you're not willing to do what it takes to get $20 over the next 2 weeks, this might not be for you. You know, then I stopped getting that money objection. Okay, but so just keep that in mind. I hope that was helpful.
Most definitely.
Cool. Good question. Anybody else? Cool. All right. Real quick, like I said, I got look up something real quick on the compensation. But if anybody else have any questions, go ahead and shoot real quick. Let's see here. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna try to tell a story to you real quick while I pull this up. Yeah. So the other day I was walking home from downtown. I was walking to my car actually, and as I was getting ready to cross the street in the main intersection, I was getting ready to cross the street. There was a car that was looking to turn to make a right-hand turn. So I was signaling to the car to go ahead and turn before I walked across so they wouldn't hit me. So I was telling them, just go ahead. And the person, for whatever reason, wouldn't go. And I was like, I'm looking down the street and I'm like, there's no cars coming. You have the, you know, you can go ahead and turn right, make that turn. And they wouldn't move. And so what I said, all right, whatever. So I went on and walked across the street. When I walked across the street towards where that car was who could have turned, I noticed, I looked their way and I was like, you know, why didn't you turn? So I looked to see their view of where they were sitting at, and I looked down the street from their point of view, and I noticed that there was a big tree there and a bunch of bushes, and they couldn't see. They couldn't see if there was cars coming their way or not, so they just sat there and waited for the light so that they can turn. So when I saw that, I immediately thought in my mind, I said, you know what? It's just like this business. A lot of times we increase our cash flow, we work in the strategies, we're building a business, we have teammates on our team, and then we try to share this with somebody who's on the other side of the street, and we wonder why they don't get it. We wonder why they don't go, why they don't get started with this. But what happens is they have things going on in their life that's blocking them from seeing what it is that we see. Okay, so what happens is we get offended or we get mad. Like I could have been standing there with pom-poms, jumping up and down, saying, go, cross, you know, look, I can see, right? But they're not going to go because of what's blocking them in their life right now. So we have to understand that people are not going to always push, hit the gas and turn right. They're not going to join our business because of the things that's going on in their life. And the things that's going on, the things that they see right now, right, that's in front of them. And so don't take it personal when they don't join or when they don't see it. You're like, what is wrong with them? And then you also get to the point where you're like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? But if I would have walked up to that person's car and knocked on their window and said, look, if you just pull up a little bit, you would have been able to see that there was no cars coming and you could have turned. So next time you come up to this intersection, you probably just want to pull up and notice that you can turn. What would I have done? I would have planted a seed in that person, and they were like, oh, okay. So next time they come to that stop, they would have made that turn. What am I saying? You're planting seeds in people by sharing with them this information. most people are, some people, I won't say most, but some people are hearing it for the first time when you're sharing it with them, and they automatically get scared, like the lady was scared to turn. She would stay there forever. I'm not budging. So that's what people are doing. They're not budging because they are afraid. Okay. So sometimes you just have to plant that seed, and that's why you stay in touch with them and you follow back up with them. Okay. You follow back up with them so that you can, because you planted that seed, and you give it a little time to grow, you give it a little time to grow, and then you come back with them and say, and you just keep them posted on some of the things that's going on and how it's working out for you. And then they'll be ready, especially, if you believe them, if you think that they can really use what we do and you care about them, you keep them abreast of what you got going on. Oh, all right, let's see here. Somebody wrote on my screen. I don't know who did it. I might have did it myself. Okay, real quick, let me try to find something. Any questions? I hope that was helpful. I appreciate that, Miss Lucky. I saw your message there. Okay, compensation documents. All right. I told y'all last week that I would share with y'all our game plan, a game plan on how to work the compensation plan. So let's see here.
Hey, Dre.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to start you while you were getting ready to go, but it just brought to me what you were saying before about perspective and the analogy that you use, and something you told me before is a lot of times when people join, they've already been kind of predisposed to information, like Rich Dad Poor Dad or something, something like that. Exactly. So for those people that you are, talking to, maybe leaving them something about, leaving them some information. Normally, like Dre, when you say grab a pen, leave them maybe some more information that will kind of dug in deep, that will, kind of further, plant that seed. And if you're prospecting, I know me and Dre, we went in on those Brian Carruthers books, Making My First $1 Million or something like that, where he kind of explains the industry as a whole, and it's a good prospecting tool. And it might be just a good book for you to read yourself, but they are good prospecting tools that will kind of predispose a person to that information. And I actually had got somebody that way, where I send them some information like that, which kind of allowed me to open up the door about MyEcon, and they were more open to the idea because it explains those pyramid schemes and this is coming from a guy in this particular book is coming from a guy who was a real estate in the real estate profession and made a lot of money. So it was good for somebody that made a lot of money to go to network marketing and how he goes how he presents the information. So getting people predisposed to kind of what we do, or leaving them with something, will leave that door open. So when you do follow up with them, 6 months down the line, the grass is a little, teal.
Right. Totally agree, Dre, because that was, me and my wife been listening to some trainings every morning. And one of the things that we listen to ministry teachings every morning. And one of the things that the pastor says, is that he says, I'm a spiritual scientist. So I study the word because I'm a scientist. I want to understand how things work. I work the word to get results in my life. So what I do is I study the business as well. And as people get started, I try to see what's the similarities amongst the people. So when we first started this business, when we first started this business, my first few signups, or after I started really trying to figure out what was going on, my first few signups, they all were saying, yeah, I've heard of this before, or I read Rich Dad Poor Dad before. And I remember asking a guy, I said, why'd you get started? And he said, well, my professor in college used to always say that he used to write off his lifestyle, write off this and write off that. And I didn't understand what he meant, but when you showed it to me, boom, it made sense. Same thing with me. The same thing might be with each and every one on here tonight. When I was in a home-based business prior to this for many years, MyEcon, and I heard about it, but I never knew what to do. So what we don't know, we don't touch. So when MyEcon came to me, I immediately let me back up. I don't want to lie. I recognized it, but I didn't immediately get started because I was the person I just talked about in the beginning. I had a blinder on. I was trying to make some money to do something, and I really didn't see what MyEcon entails. So I was so busy trying to make some money that I couldn't see the business. It was until I kept bumping my head was I able to really open my eyes and go sit down and watch. But then once I watched it, then I was like, okay, I understand what the guy's saying. I knew about it. I just didn't know how to do it. And then we got plugged in. And the money that I was trying to make, here's the beauty of it. The money that I was trying to make in that business through sales, I applied the strategies of MyEcon, and we took care of everything that we needed to take care of. And what do I mean by that is that we weren't writing off our lifestyle. We've had a home-based business for years, but we weren't writing anything off. I'm so busy trying to make money. When we got a hold of MyEcon, it was October. And then the guy said, yeah, y'all should have been writing off your lifestyle. We wrote off our lifestyle. We wrote off everything. We went back and wrote off everything. And by December, January, we owed back taxes that we had already owed. We owed back taxes. By January, when we put in our taxes this year because of MyEcon, we ended up getting $7,500 back, which paid back the taxes that we owed, which paid off my car, which paid off the things that we were trying to take care of. So, and another thing too is that the guy who shared it to me the first time, Marquell, I did tell him to get back with me in 60 or 90 days, and he did just that. So always get permission to, can I run back to you? Can I holler back at you? Gotta get back. All right, I got you, chat. Ask them, is it okay if I follow back up with you in 60, 90 days to see how things are going? Because had he not followed back up with me, I probably wouldn't have got started. Okay, so these are little keys that we want to remember that the average person does not do. All right, let's see here. Somebody sent me a message. All right, here we go. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
My question was for the MyEcon, how everybody got their name. Like I seen your name, but I don't know exactly where it went. But like my MyEcon name is just like my last name, my first name. Is there a way I can go back and change my name to something that I would prefer?
Where at?
For your login, your email and all that. Is Young Wealth Builder, yeah.
Right, that MyEcon. I'm not sure. I would have to call the home office on that because that's connected.
Because that's what you started with, right? See, I started with just my name.
Right.
I think you can go into my account.
Okay.
And you can change it in there, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you can.
Okay, my account, not just mess around in there, and I should probably change it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I got one more question.
Sure, absolutely.
For the MyEcon email, do I check that in a different spot other than the MyEcon website mail?
Anybody else answer that?
Say that one more time.
The MyEcon email, like mine is boykins.latifah at myecon.net. Email. That's the email address.
So you
check that email account. I go back to the MyEcon website.
Yeah. So usually they send the email. Usually when they send the emails, it normally goes to like your Gmail or Yahoo, whatever account that you have in the system, and it goes to the inbox in MyEcon as well.
The mailbox. Okay, because when I was signing up with this is running off of Zoom, it said it was sending something to MyEcon email. And so I didn't know how to check that or where to check that. This is my first Zoom class attending.
Gotcha. Okay, so you signed up with. It sounded like you signed up. You signed up with Zoom using your MyEcon email.
Yeah, that's what it was asking for. If I did any other one, it kept saying that I'm not eligible for this class.
Oh, gotcha. I'm not sure about that one. But I'll look into that.
And and another question was how long have you guys been with MyEcon?
4 years.
Who said 4 years?
Me, 4 years. Andre.
Andre. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's 2 Andres on here.
Yeah. I'm the better one. Yeah, no, it's crazy. But just a side story. Every time I hear Dre, when I hear you tell that story, about how Marquel got, I think about, your decision to tell him to follow back up, and I wouldn't be here, if it wasn't, for him sharing that with you. And I remember watching the information and kind of already being, again, predisposed to the information because I signed up a month after you. And I just remember watching it and just being blown away and watching it over and over and over again. Just was like, man, I didn't catch that the first time. So just the value of the information and kind of what I knew and just how it was laid out, I was like, at that point, it was a no-brainer.
That's right.
So I appreciate you, Dre.
I was kind of all the same way when I seen it, because of course the rich dad, poor dad, and that whole scenario that I've seen and listening to other motivational speaking and stuff like that. So when I seen it, it's definitely something that I used to go to school for. So it was like, what? I don't have to go back to school and get the same information? Like, definitely. But
absolutely,
I can't figure out how to go at it. Like, the videos that's on the MyEcon website, the guy is like, I mean, not in person, but the guy is so bland. It's like, I can't even understand, because I need you to have a little oomph about what you're talking about. So I haven't got through all of those training videos, because every time I get into them, I'm going to sleep. I'm taking notes and I'll find myself waking up because they're very dry. So I'm hoping to take more of these classes to learn more with more real people, not a recording.
What videos you talking about? Which videos you talking about?
The training videos, the MyEcon on the actual website, it has the orientation and all those videos. I finished all those, but then there's a lot more extra videos throughout the MyEcon, and it says that you need to watch all those videos basically. And
the taxes, like tax trading and stuff like that.
That was the only videos that I see anything about. But when I signed up, it was like 6 different things, like how to invest, passive income, and like other things. But everything on MyEcon is all the W4s and something else. So W4s and how to file taxes.
Okay. So you got the minimize taxes strategy. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see a screen.
Okay, so you talking about these right here? Minimize taxes strategy.
I went through most of those, but like I said, yeah, I went through all those, and there's also more off in the back home office, but it's some in all of those. It's a lot of videos on here.
Yeah. Have you done your you full time? You work full time, or you self-employed?
I work full time as well.
Have you done your W4 yet?
For this company, no. For the company that I work for right now, no.
Okay. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go right here to W4 training.
Okay. Yes, I did do that video. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Have you completed the W4?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that I finished the video, or is it I'm going to?
We want you to apply it. So I'm saying, did you watch the video? But now what you want to do is you want to go and download the form, W4 form.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fill out the form in accordance with the video, and then submit it back to your place of employment so you can work these strategies. So you see if you can get a pay raise.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't understanding
Yeah.
that part.
And then after that,
Okay,
then you
okay.
want to come back up here, and then the person who signed you up, I'm gonna put them on blast right now. The person that signed you up, they should have walked you through this stuff instead of just getting you signed up. And that's why we have this training, because we can't have that in our organization. So when people sign up, you gotta take them to the W-4. You gotta get them on the phone and say, hey, look.
He emailed me all these things, but it was just stuff that was
No,
getting
no,
emailed to
no,
me.
no,
I didn't know
no.
what to do with
I
it.
apologize. That's not how we should. That's not how we work. I'm sorry, whoever did that. I don't want you to say their name, but we got to make sure that we train our people right, and keep help people out, do what we're supposed to do. So the first thing that we want to do is get this done right here.
Mm-hmm.
W4 training. You want to watch that, and you want to I normally tell people just go on Google. I don't know if somebody, Brian Bean might have uploaded it on his website, which is extradigittraining.com. He might have uploaded the form, but I just tell everybody, just go on Google, type in W4 form 2018 and print it out. Then you want to watch this video. He's going to take you through everything line by line.
Right.
If you have any questions on that, then you definitely want to, if you got a pen and paper, I'll go ahead and give you my number. So that, if you have any questions on that, we can get the answers for you.
Okay.
It's just let me know when you're ready. After that, then you want to go to, right, actually want to go here, quick start training. Okay, you watch this video here, you watch the tax withholding, and then the person that's working with you should make sure that you're able to go through these steps. Next thing I always do after they complete their W-4, then I want to introduce them to the cash flow manager, the tax record keeper. So we don't want you to just watch the videos and go to sleep, because they will put you to sleep, but we want you to apply it. So when you learn the tax record keeping, he's going to take you through the cash flow manager. He's going to show you where the cash flow manager is at. And then you come back over here to minimize taxes strategy. And then you watch the videos and know what you can start writing off. And then if you have any questions, again, that's what we're here for, to get your questions answered, to plug you in. We also want to plug you into the groups, which is the Young Wealth Builders group. Make sure you're in that group. And then, if you're on Cortez team, make sure you plug in his group. And then the Extra Digit group, because we're under Brian Bean as well. So you don't have to check all those groups every single day, but if you receive notifications, you can, pop in there and get some information. But after you do the cash flow manager and get familiar with that, then you want to go to the next step, which is the cash flow strategist. That's going to show you what you need to do to, I always say, make your first million, okay? Or whatever it takes for you to be financially independent. And then we want to walk you through that as well, to make sure you're comfortable and know how that works. But this is a system that you want to study. It's yours. It's 24/7. It's available to you. And
Right.
then you want to study these at your leisure, and really, 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 you don't want to watch them one time and say, okay, I went through everything, what's next? No, you want to go back and master these strategies, because this is what's going to help you to build up.
And that's how I feel. I got to master it, because if I'm going to have any kind of confidence in trying to sell people to come under me or whatever, I can't be like, and. So
Right.
I definitely need to know what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, I'm ready for your phone number.
It's 813-298-5529.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Andres, Brittany, I just want to say something real quick. I'm not quite sure who's talking right now. It's not showing me, but one thing that I did that really helped me with those videos being so dry is you can actually go on the Young Wealth Builder, and then you can watch previous recordings from previous training.
You said go where? I'm sorry, I'm writing it down. Say it again.
On the Young Wealth Builders Facebook page, Andre's page, and then watch the live meetings, because he records all of them. So you can go back and watch ones from previous dates.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. Because I pay, and then I pay for this whole thing for a year to see if this is for me.
Okay.
So I'm like, once you pay for it, time is ticking. I need to kind of indulge in all of this.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And then also, so I would start with that. Knock out that W-4, and then and then my name is Andre Simpson. This is me here on let me see where I'm at on Facebook. Let me see here. Right here. So look me up and message me. We'll make sure you get squared away. Find out who you're working with and everything. Not a problem. Cool. All right. Appreciate it. Now that's training, y'all. That's what we want to do. And also, so don't say, hey, we're doing this. No, this is what you should be doing too for your teammates when they get started. The problem I have is I'm always like, he might be on right now, but I have a guy that just got started a couple of days ago, and I've been chasing him down to get his stuff done. And that's where I want to be. I don't mind. He keep putting me off. He's already joined. I don't mind that he keep missing my call. I don't mind, because if he ain't ready, then he's not ready. But I'm going to be chasing him. You should be chasing your teammates down. They shouldn't be showing up and saying nobody, did nothing for me. That's not good business. That's not good business at all. So we want to make sure that you are, if you're chasing your people down, hey, you need to get your W-4 done. What you doing? So I'm messing around. I'm trying to get your cash flow increase, right?
Sorry, I got one more question. The W-4 just goes to the place that I work at. It has nothing to do with MyEcon, because the W-4 is for employees, not employees.
Correct. Well, what we do is we educate you.
Right. Okay.
On how that works, and so that you can go in and have it filled out correctly, and be able to submit it with confidence. And most of the time, the HR department don't even know what you're doing.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, real quick, any other questions?
I'm good. Thanks for informing me. Sorry to change the whole meeting into helping me out.
No. We want to take care of the things that's on the table that's hot. I'm sure everybody learned something out of that. Trust me. Also, since we're back there too, everybody, not sure if you noticed, but they just uploaded. I mean, maybe I'm slow, but they just uploaded the 2018 training. Well, he uploaded it in March. So I hope you all are, when you sign a new person up, you are walking them through that. So let's talk about that right now anyway. So once a person gets started, you sign somebody up, you want to, if they're going to work the business, even if they're going to work the business, the first thing you want to do is you want to take them to their, so let's say Dre signs up today. Depending on what time he signs up, if I have the time, we have the time, I'm going to say go ahead and go to your back office there. You should have received a temporary password. Write that down. And then we're going to go ahead and get you logged in. Go ahead and log them in. What I do is I log a person in. Once they're logged in, I'll say, okay, you see where it says BMC homepage? Yep, I say click on that. All right. I take them over here where it says quick start orientation. I tell them to click on that. Let me see. Yeah, I tell them to click on that. And I say, this stands for Personal Financial Success Overview. You want to watch that, okay? This is the tax withholding sheet. I let them know. You either go by Google, type in W-4 form 2018, print it out, come back and watch this video, okay? And it will show you how to do it. And I always let them know, if you have any questions, give me a call. We'll get you an answer. After you complete that, then we'll go on to the next step, which is tax record keeping. Show you how to set up your cash flow manager, and then we'll talk about the cash flow strategies. I'll say, any questions on that? And they'll say no or whatever. And I say, okay, go back to BMC Home, and I'll take them over here. And I'll show them. I say, look, you got a lot of stuff back here. I don't want to overwhelm you, so I'm just taking you step by step. I'll say, next thing, click on that training center. And I'll say, click on MyEcon training videos, and I'll let them know you got the same information right there that I just showed you, okay? And then I always tell them, click on minimize taxes strategy. But I want them to see they got a slew of information that's available to them and they can be able to implement it in their life, and be able to, start taking advantage of the training, the education. And they say, wow, okay, I got a lot there. I said, well, you don't have to worry about all that right now. We're just going to start with the W-4, close that back up, send them back. And I say, you got all this, everything right here that's available to you. You got a document center, everything that's all of our training. I don't go through all this with them. I just normally stop right there because I tell them I don't want to overwhelm you. Once they're done with that, once we get off, I say, welcome aboard. I have them go ahead and work on that, and then I'll tell them I'll follow back up with them. I'll give them about a day or so to complete that. Okay. Once they complete that, get that sent in, then we'll move on to, if we're going to build the business, then we'll talk about building the business, depending on, how fast that person is ready to move. But once they get done doing that W-4, if they want to build, then again, I don't want to overwhelm them, but I'll let them know tomorrow or the next day. Then I'll send them over here to the Young Wealth Builders group. I'll tell them I'll put them in a group. We'll connect on Facebook, on social media. And then I'll send them over here and have them put them in the group, and I'll have them watch that training right there. Between them doing the W-4 and watching the training and us getting back together, then we can start building. Okay? So that's the system. You got to get your teammates off to a great, fast start. Let them know if we're going to build, we want to move fast, we want to move with speed, and I want to put some people on your team right away. Okay? And if you have any questions, and treat it still just like you doing a follow-up. If anything comes up, you can't keep that appointment, let me know. So we can reschedule, do whatever we need to do. But really want to take it serious again. Your new teammates up and running. You'll never duplicate. You'll never build a business if all you're doing is just signing them up and then never talking to them again. That's not how you. And then say you on your own. That's how they did me, right? Don't do them like that. You'll never build a business like that. Okay. So get people going, get them going strong, like you wish that person that signed you up would have done for you. All right. Cool. Any questions on that? All right. So we had a few new people on here. I want you to write this down too. Since we got a few people on here, I want you to write this down, www.extradigittraining.com. Brian Bean set up this website also for us for training. A lot of good information over here. You want to create a login. You want to create an account. All right, I guess I'll keep talking. All right. Sorry about that. Y'all got a new computer, so I got to re-put all this stuff in. Cool. So you got all these things right back here. So if you're brand new, I just want to show you something real quick on this so that you can get up to speed. If you go to business income, and you will see that this is what we teach on right here. Let's see here. 5, okay. I'm being taken aback because Brian Bean did inform us that there's some new videos in here. I haven't watched this one yet. This is a new one. But hopefully, anybody seen this one yet? the 5 steps to hitting platinum? Okay. This is a new video, but hopefully I'll have to go back and watch it and see. But this is where he teaches, man, I hope they got Prospect Peak and Pass on here. Let me see. Got Don Wilson on here teaching. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I'll start watching it. I'm sorry. But one of the things you want to do is you want to go in there, you want to watch these videos on business building. If I'll watch it and find out to make sure that he has a system on there. If not, we'll make sure that, you know, everybody has that training. But you're also going to want to go watch this video right here too, 50, 15.5, Art of Peaking Interest as well. But you want to watch this one as well. And that's another thing too. Leaders, as you sign people up, you want to let them know to grab this form. It should be right over here. If I click on here, boom, it should be a download right over here, 50-15-5 worksheet, okay? So have them print that out and start building their list and keeping that current. Keep building that on that list. And I'm gonna check one more thing real quick, and then I'm gonna show you what I've been working on for all those who've been here. Let's see, cash flow management. Check that out. So Brian Bean does a W4 line by line. I'm not sure. Let me click on here real quick and see what we got. Okay. So I don't see the sheet, the W4 form on the other when we had the 2017 W4 form, they had it on there. So I would just go by Google and download that form. Let your new teammates know. Just type in Google W4 form 2018 and have them download that. All right, cool. All right. So real quick, this might be a little confusing to some of y'all who are brand new. So just hang on. So I'm about to take you for a quick ride. All right, hang on. All right, so compensation plan. Also, if you go in your back office on right here and click on compensation documents, we'll do another training because they've uploaded the new compensation plan or new compensation PowerPoint slides. So we'll do a training where we go in there and show everybody how the compensation works. Had a few people that have a few questions on how that works, but I want to share this with you real quick. Something that I put together that I'm personally working on, and don't necessarily be concerned about the concept of how I put it together because it might kind of confuse you. However, you got to start planning to do something big in this business if you want to build big. All right. So if you want to build something big, you got to plan again to build this thing huge. The easiest way to do it is say, how much money do I want to make? Okay. Honestly, be honest with yourself. How much money do you want to make? How much money do you really believe that you can make, and then up it up a little bit more? Okay. Don't lie to yourself. So let's say you want to make $1 million a year. Let's say you want to make 100,000 a year. The easiest way to come to that conclusion is in the compensation plan, the highest residual that we make is $8 residual income per active associate in your business. So the highest, so you do $8 residual income. If you want to make $100,000 a year, you divide that. Let's see. Well, I normally do it by the month, so that's $8,000 a month. You want to divide that by the 8, okay? And that'll tell you how many people. So in order to hit, so do it this way. In order to hit CEO, which is the top level in the company, you need 1,000 people on your team. Well, 1,000 people times 8 residual is $8,000 a month. Okay, so that's what you need to times 12. That's $96,000 a year. Okay, so the easiest way to figure it out, what you need to do, just take that the residual income number, $8, and then divide it by the income that you want on a monthly basis, and that'll put you. It'll let you know how many people that you need on your team to be able to make that happen. So again, if you want to make $1 million a year, let's do the math real quick. So you probably need 10,000 people on your team. So 10,000, right, times 8 residual income is $80,000 a month. All right. So actually so there's 960,000 a year in income. That puts you right at $1 million a year. So now that you got, I need 10,000 people on my team, you want to break that down. How many leaders do I need on my team? Do I need to develop to get to that point? Because you don't want to do it by yourself, and you're not going to do it by yourself. So you're going to say, hey, if I produce or if I help to develop 10 people on my team that hit CEO, that's 10,000 active associates in my organization. There you have your game plan. So now as you start to build your business and talk to people about your business, you're not coming to them thinking small. You're not coming to them treating them like I need you, or if I can just get this one sign up. You know, it's a whole different ball game that you're seeing your business as, you know, and then you're talking to them from a different perspective too. Okay, you're talking to them from a perspective of, look, I'm looking for 10 people, bro, that want to make at minimum $100,000 a year. Like I told a guy today, I'm looking for 10 people, okay, that want to make a minimum of $100,000 a year. So this is what I'm laying out in front of you. So do you keep your options open for making bigger money than what you're making right now, or no? Yeah, great. Is this one of them pyramid things? Like, I don't have time for that stuff, man. That's illegal stuff, and I don't have time for. I'm looking for somebody that want to make some money, that want to do something big. Is that you, or am I talking to the wrong person? Because in order to find a leader that's going to put 1,000 people on a team, you can't be messing with people that you have time to watch the video, man. The game about to come on, right? It just gives you a different perspective of how you deal with people, and it allows you to look at your business in a different way. That's all. All right. So here's what I put together real quick. You want to put together a game plan, and you want to, let me put it this way. Then once you figure out I need 1,000 people on my team, I need 10 people on my team that it's going to do 1,000, that's going to put 1,000 on their team, then that's what you work off of. Okay. Then you start putting that together on how you're going to make that happen. How long you want to take? What's the time frame? Am I going to take, if I want to do that in 2 years, do I want to do that in 5 years? Do I want to give myself 10 years to do one each year, or however you want to do it? Then you got to put together a game plan to make that happen. So let me show you what I put together real quick. My ultimate goal has always been to make 200,000 a month minimum. That's 2.4 million a year in this business. So this is what I put together. Can y'all see my screen okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Follow me real quick. My goal is to success, love, speed, as you can see right there. We got to move fast. So success, love, speed. The goal is to get a city up and running. I know I live in Florida, Dre, Mr. Joe, a few other teammates. We're down here in Florida. Your whole state is wide open. Our whole state is wide open. We want to get our city and our state up and running, and we want you to dominate your state, right? You should be running 98% of the volume of MyEcon that comes out of that whole entire state needs to be yours, okay? That's how we're thinking. We want to dominate that whole area. So we don't want to take all forever to get that city up and running. Now, I got this strategy from a guy named Delzino down in Atlanta, up in Atlanta, and he said one of the things that he does is he trains his team to go into a city and get that city up and running in 6 months. If they don't do it in 6 months, then they go to another city and get it out and try to get it out. The ultimate goal is to get that city doing $1 million in production in 6 months. Again, if I'm gonna blow your mind, just hang with me, and don't worry about this is recorded. You can go back and listen to it. But I just want you to really think big, and I want you to see the magnitude of what you can do here at MyEcon if you're thinking big. All right. So let's hit it. Get the city up and run doing $1 million in business in 6 months. The way we're going to do that is my goal, what I'm working towards every day, is to get 60 leaders that's doing 20 sales a month. 60 leaders doing 20 sales a month. Now, doesn't have to be 60 individuals doing 20 sales a month. It can be 60 people with 4 other people on their team, and they're all doing 5 sales a month. Okay. It can be, I'm gonna say that again. It can be 60 people with 4 other people on their team, okay, or 3 other people on their team, and the 4 of them do 5 sales a month. That's 20 sales each. So let me break it down. So if I did 5, Dre did 5, and Joe did 5, and somebody else did 5, let's say Joe the boss did 5, that's 20 sales every month. So what I want to do, that's one team. So what I want to do is I want to produce 60 teams over the next few years that's doing 20 sales a month. That will equal $84,000 in business every month in business, which is actually $1 million a year in business, okay? So now that city is up and running in 6 months, okay? That's our goal, all right? Now, that's based upon a $70 sign-up fee, which is what MyEcon will eventually go back to after this promotion. So don't get comfortable with the $20. Don't get your mindset on that. Get your mind understanding that we're going to end up going back up to 70, all right, times 1,200 sales a month. Now you say, Dre, where you get 1,200 from? That's the 60 leaders, right, doing 20 sales a month. That's 1,200 sales a month equals 8,400, all right? Now, the income off of that with 1,200 sales a month times $15, that's our super team, that's the passive income, is $18,000 passive income to you every single month, okay? Now you say, that's not counting what's going on in the base shop, that's not counting CPCV, that's just the passive super team override income. And then this is the residual, doing 1,200 sales every month, that residual income, that's $9,600. But here's the key, y'all, that y'all don't understand. Most people don't understand about MyEcon is that as your team maintains that steady pace, so me, Dre, Joe, and Joe doing 20 sales every single month together. We have 60 teams all across the nation doing 20 sales every single month. Your residual will grow by $9,600 every month because residual kicks in after the first 5 months. So it will go from $9,600 that first month that residual kicks in. That next month it would go up to $19,000. It would go up another $9,600. Mm-hmm. So you want to maintain that pace. So I won't even go any further than that because y'all be like, what the heck are you talking about? But basically what I'm saying is you want to figure out a point where you want to get your sales volume up to a certain level. And I'm going to show you that I'm not making this up real quick, and then we can call it a night. I'll go further next time. But all I'm saying is you want to get your business up to a certain level of income, of sales coming in every month so that your residual income begin to perpetuate. Watch this real quick on your, see where I'm going, compensation documents. Has anybody been back here, looked at this video, this PowerPoint?
No.
See what I'm saying? All right. So go back. These are the compensation video right here.
Oh yeah, I did see paperwork on this though.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So we'll go through this another time too, so y'all can understand that. But here's what. See, I focus on the residual income, and this is how I focus on building my business. I focus on building strong legs so that the business can run without me. Okay, I focus on building strong legs so the business can run without me. All right, so with, again, 60 teams doing 20 sales a month, that business is now on autopilot. So now I can go, once I get that Tampa up and running, I can now move over to Orlando. And in 6 months, my goal is to get that business up to doing 60 leaders doing 20 sales a month, which is 1,200. 1,200 sales. Now, this is your back office right here. This is your back office. So what they're saying right here is that 200 new MDs joining your organization. Okay, let me see here. 200 in February, 200 in March, 200 in April. See that? Consistent. I just put 1,200 instead of 200. Now, let me see. I'm gonna see where I'm not sure where they get to 3,000. Okay, so that's 15, right? So that's the passive income. So if my organization is doing a consistent 200 sales a month, so if I got my organization up where we're doing a consistent 200 sales a month, then 200 times 15 is $3,000. So remember when I said the passive income would be 18,000? That's what the passive income would be here, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me verify that real quick. Okay, exactly. All right. So that's what's going on there. So every month, 200 new people come into your organization that will pay you $3,000. Another 200, $3,000. Another 200, $3,000. This is what Mr. Stokes and Mr. Curry put in there. This is how they want us to build. This is how they're showing us how to build. Now, let me make sure I understand this right here. 200 new MDs, you're getting $15 every time somebody joins. So 15 times 200 is 3,000. 100 MDs, the 100 MDs from January 2018 is $700. So let me ask you a question. Did the residual go down? Can anybody answer this? Did the residual go down to $7 for the Infinities?
Yes.
It went down to $8, I think.
I think Infinity is 7 now, and CEO
is 8. Right? Okay, perfect. So this is for Infinity. Here's where the compounding comes in at. And you got to follow me here. This is what I was trying to show you. Most people don't understand that the money that you get on the front end is what sustains you. It's I need to use my plan. The money that you make on the front end from your super team is what sustains you. So you got to have an organization that can produce. That's why I'm teaching everybody how to prospect, peak, pass, present, close, get referrals, all those things, because you want a business that sustains a certain level of production. There's no way we have 400 or 500 people in our organization and we getting 2 or 3 sales a week. That's not an organization that know what the heck they're doing. That's not good. So you want to have an organization that sustains 200 sales. The passive income on that is $3,000. Now, here's what's going on. He said 100 MDs that joined in January. This is now June. Everybody know how the residual works. 5 months after they join, that's when the residual kicks in. Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 5 months later, that $700 is now going to kick in because that person is an Infinity. They're getting $7 per every time 100 people, from those 100 people right here when they join in January. It's 5 months later, June kicks in, they're going to get an extra $700. So now their pay just went to $3,700. July kicks in, 100 MDs that joined in February. Now their residual kicked in. Now you got 700 from January. You got 700 from February. So the residual is about to start compounding because every single month your team has been bringing in. The reason why they're using 100 people, let me see, 50% of active income shifting memberships. What they're saying is 100 people might fall off. Let's say 100 people fell off.
Right.
So they're being realistic here.
Right.
Not gonna have exactly 200 people. Let's say 100 people still on the books. So the 200 that joined in February, I'll say it this way: 200 that joined in February, 100 are still left over. You're getting 700 on that. The 200 that joined in January, got 100 left over. You're getting another 700 from that. Follow me?
Yeah.
All right. Go. Your organization still maintaining 200 sales every month. All right. How do you get to 200 sales a month? You get, let's see, 20 sales. So you get 10 people, 10 leaders on your team that can do 20 sales a month. That's 200 sales every month. I'm just giving you a foundation so that you can build your business. And what you got to have a game plan of how you're going to build your business. Mine is just 1,200. My goal is 1,200. Yours is, if you say, actually, I need to make $3,000 every month. So this is what you want to do. That's super team. That's passive income. This is not including what you're doing. I want you to understand that. You don't have anything to do with this right here. This is your team that's up and running all by itself. Okay. So you've got, again, 10 leaders doing 20 sales a month. Okay, that's 200. So you got $3,000 coming in now, and let's see. So now we're in August. The 200 who joined in January is now 100. You got 700 from that. The ones from February, the 200 that joined in February, is 50% of them still there. You got another 700 coming in from that. The 200 that joined in March is now 100. You got 700 coming from that. Your income is growing by $700 every month because you have a team that is sustaining business. Hope you're catching that.
Got it.
All right. September, same thing. I'm just saying it over and over and over because repetition is the mother of learning. I hope everybody can get this. Again, my same team. I got 10 leaders doing 20 sales every month, 200. January, boom, February, March, April, $700 every month. My income is growing. Your income is growing by $700. You got that thing pretty much on autopilot. You got an organization. Again, all they're doing is 200. They're not doing any more. They're doing 200 every month. But guess what? It's not even going to stay that way because you're growing new leaders. You're bringing in 200 people every month. Your team is growing, so you're going to have new leaders. But they're just saying, just keep it, you maintain it right there. So here we are down here in May. The people that joined in May, it's now October. 50% of them are still on the books. Your income is now $6,500. 3,000 passive. The rest of it's residual. Now we're in November. They joined in June. Half of them still on the books. Everybody's still on the books. 7,000. And then we're in December. Your income is growing by $700 every single month. So here's the goal. Okay, January 2019, $8,600. All right, that's a six-figure income right there. I think that's. Oh, let's go to February, March, April, May. You see what's going on? I ain't gonna go that far down. All right, just that right there, again, starts right here. So what are you doing every month? Are you just doing 10? Are you at least doing 10 every month joining your organization? Are you doing 5 every month? Your residual is not going to be that big. So you got to figure out what you want to do, how much you want to make, and then set it up based upon this game plan. Set it up based upon any questions on that. Let me ask you that. Any questions?
No, pretty simple. I mean, not simple, but simple.
Dre, quick question.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So that because I'm not calculating myself. So the 700s from January all the way down to January, plus the 3,000 is what's giving that total.
Right.
Okay.
So that 3,000 will come in every month as long as your team is because you're running that team that's maintaining that consistent level of activity.
Gotcha. Okay.
I do have a question.
Sure.
Your team, of course, you are creating and seeking out your team. How are y'all doing that? Just like random people you meeting and promoting, marketing, financing?
We have a system called Prospect, Peak and Pass, Present, Plug.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to teach you that system, and it starts with first of all, we show everybody how to start from the people that they know. We start there, people that you want to put on to the business, people that you love, people that you care about. Then after that way you learn the system. Once you start building your team from there, through getting referrals, through the people that they know, through the billion people on social media, through the million people in your state and in your city, that's when marketing kicks in. That's why,
Right.
we use network marketing. So there's a lot of things that entails, but the great thing about it is you got a lot of people, and our job is to bring our businesses to bring those people to the business.
Got it.
All right, but keep
This
plugging
is
in, and we'll show you how to do all that.
yep. This has been very helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Cool. Any other questions on how that comp plan works? Is everybody just blown away? All right.
All of the above.
Cool. You got go ahead.
I said I'd second that, all of the above.
Okay. Keep plugging in. One of the things that you want to do is, like I said, you want to get a vision first. You want to figure out how much money you want to make. My goal, when we asked my wife, she was on the phone when Marquell did our follow-up call. He said, "How much you want to make?" I said, $200,000 a month. He said, "What?" He was kind of blown away. I said, "That's our goal, man. That's what we want to do. That's what's going to set us free to go into our next phase of building our empire, and that's developing and redeveloping the inner cities." So we want to be free, and we want to have an income that comes in without us having to work for it, so that we can be free to roam about our community and build businesses and create jobs and do whatever we need to do. So it first starts out with a goal of 200 of whatever it is that you want, 200,000 a month, 20,000 a month, or 2,000 a month, and then you got to back it all the way down to how am I going to get there, and from a residual standpoint. What's the highest residual? $8. Okay, so $8. I'm going to need. I realize I need 25,000 people on our team. In order to times 8, that's 200,000 a month. So that's why I say I'm looking for 25 leaders that want to put 1,000 people on their team. Now, how do we get there? Okay, well, 1,200 sales a month will put us at a million in the business, but our team will be growing, and I'm just talking about how I set everything up. But 1,200 sales a month to get us right where we need to be, actually a whole lot further. All right. So you have to figure out what you need to do, how much residual you need, put together that game plan, and keep it with you. Print it out, put it on your wall, put it in your shower, put it on your mirror while you're brushing your teeth, put it in your car while you're driving. Talk about it when you wake up in the morning, talk about it when you go to bed. Okay. Ingrain it in you. So when you're talking to people, you won't be sharing with them this MyEcon thing. You're sharing with them my business plan over the next 5 years.
Got it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shut my video off. I didn't know how that happened. But you're sharing with them a game plan that a vision that includes them, and it also needs to be big enough to include them. Because I just need to make 2,000 a month. That's my vision, and I just want to know if you want to join. How am I gonna see myself in how you gonna help me get there? Your vision is too small. So have a big vision where people can see themselves a part of until they can create their own and break off and do their thing. All right.
Got it.
Cool. So that was just a little bit of what I have down on paper that I look at every single day. But it all starts with having a big vision, and then that's what will give you the energy and the gall to do what it is that we're doing. To train a ton of people to learn how to do each and every phase of the business, to have systems in place. But if most people don't, their goals are so small, and that's why they get frustrated. And that's why they don't hang around long enough, because they're trying to do MyEcon. I'm not trying to do MyEcon. MyEcon is what do we call it, man?
A tool.
It's a tool. It's a tool. Springboard. This is our springboard to get us where we're trying to go. You know, so I'm all over this thing. My goal is to be all over this thing, and I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing. I'm here to do what we came to do at our pace and get where we need to be in this business and have a solid business that runs, so that when we step away, 200,000 a month is chasing us down, and we're not worried about it going down. It's just going up and up and up, because Dre is killing it, Melanie is killing it, Joe Saab is killing it. Who else on here? Miss Bonetta is killing it. Miss April's killing it. Miss Sheila's killing it. Miss Nicole is killing it, right? And they have sustainable businesses. Erica is killing it. Everybody's tearing it up and reaching their goals and reaching their dreams as well.
Get your phone call, kid.
Uh-oh.
You said.
Hey, Dad, I got to call you right back. Okay. All right. So that's how it goes. All right?
All right.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all hanging there. Sorry I went over time there. But I wanted to share that and make sure that, you know, I gave y'all some meat on top of the other stuff that we learned this morning, earlier in training. So cool. All right, back to Drill for Skill, y'all. We'll be back to Drilling for Skill. I might do something tomorrow evening at 9, but I'll let everybody know in advance. But Sunday night, we'll be back to practice, drilling and rehearsing, peeking, passing, closing, all that good stuff to make sure handling objections, make sure you're efficient. All right, everybody's good, and I'll end it right there. We'll find out who are the top peeking passers for the week and top presenters for the week, and we'll post that too this weekend. All right, y'all have a good night. Appreciate you. Love you.
Same to you.
Good night.
All right, everybody. Good night.
All right. Thanks, Andre.
All right, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, good night. Congratulations, Miss Lucky, on your meeting and your sign up as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Can't wait to hear how it went down.
We'll be chatting soon, Andre.
Okay, sounds good. Y'all have a good night.
Okay, good night.